looking for opportunities abroad. My government will endeavour to reverse this trend by providing ample employment and business opportunities in Punjab. Youth will not only be provided employment and salary according to their qualification, but they will also be provided new opportunities for startups so that they can create jobs too. The government is committed for the welfare of the traders and businessmen of the state. We will create conducive atmosphere so that trade and industry flourishes. Neither any new tax will be imposed for any existing tax will be announced in the coming 5 years so that there is no frightening flight of any trade or business from the state. My government will ensure traders and industries are partners in Punjab's progress. My government will establish a special commission comprising of only traders and businessmen as its members, who will make decisions and formulate policies. My government will provide a special impetus to the new industry, especially to MSMEs, which form the backbone of Punjab's industrial sector. In order to improve the working condition of Punjab's industries, we will urgently seek to restore damaged infrastructure in our existing industrial focal points. In order to promote industrial revival, unutilized lands in underdeveloped industrial estates. Our focal points shall be made available to the industry at competitive rates. Immediate action will be taken by the government if any elected representative or officials ask for share from businessmen. Government will work closely with traders and new schemes will be formulated to promote business. A safe environment for business will be created by completely eliminating Inspector Raj, Red Raj and illegitimate tax. All previous fake FIRs against the traders will be scrapped. Red Raj and illegitimate tax. All previous fake FIRs against the traders will be scrapped. My government will also work closely with manufacturers and exporters to ensure that Punjab establishes itself prominently in the global map of production. Punjab is among the states with the largest segment of NRIs. There is hardly a family in any village, town or city without one or more members residing abroad. The contribution of these NRIs is truly immense, but is sometimes underrated. My government proposes to put this segment high on its list of priorities. It has been a long outstanding demand of the NRIs belonging to Doaba region that there should be an airport for them in the periphery. My government is committed to make an international airport for them in Jalandhar. Further, the government shall also strengthen the grievance redressal mechanism for NRIs for their various issues. Basic services are a right of the people and they cannot be mired in red tape. My government is committed to implement doorstep delivery service system in the state so that people get freedom from middlemen, brokers and long queues in the government offices and service centers. Citizens will be able to avail services from the comfort of their homes. These would include the essential public services such as getting caste and marriage certificate, driving license, ration card, new water connections, electricity connections, etc. Further, my government will prepare a district performance dashboard which would ensure accountability for delays in giving services to the people. My government shall be unwavering in its commitment for the empowerment of women in the state and will formulate a scheme for the empowerment of women, which will be the biggest scheme ever for the empowerment of women in the whole world. This scheme will have a monumental effect on their upliftment. Under this scheme, to start with, my government will provide rupees 1,000 per month every woman above 18 years of age. Sorry. While older women will get rupees 1,000 in addition to senior citizens pension. Financial literacy will be one of the pillars of the scheme. It will make them independent and empower them. It will give them choice clubbed with financial literacy. It will promote saving, thrift and investment. It will enable dignity in fulfilling their small desires. Desires such as older women in our society will be able to spend something for their daughter when she visits them. Housewives will not have to often run behind their husband, make them get something for their children. Girls will not have to ask their father if they want to buy something from market for themselves, etc. The past few years have seen the state suffer from the twin menace of breakdown of law and order and the collapse of rule of law. My government firmly believes that maintenance of peace and protection of life and property of the citizen is the first moral and constitutional obligation of any government. While my government would ensure that the law enforcing agencies in the state maintain constant vigilance in this regard. In no case will they be allowed to trample on the rights and the dignity of the common citizen through the unjustified and blind use of force. Rule of law will be established in letter and spirit. It is bold efforts to add vision to reality and dreams to brass tacks. My government is committed to give an honest and scrupulous and stern government to the people of Punjab, so that no one dares to commit any crime in this state and there is a peaceful atmosphere. All cases of the bomb blast, sacrileges, including Bargadi sacrilege, operations of gangsters in the state, etc., will be investigated thoroughly so that all the guilty, including their masterminds, are brought to book. It will be ensured that there is corruption-free recruitment of police officers. Posting will be on merit and integrity, and there is no interference of any elected representative or political leader in the working of the state police. VIP culture goes against the ethos of my government. My government already taken steps to prevent any misuse of the police force by withdrawing any additional personal security which is against the norms. Police forces would be strengthened to tackle crimes and law and order situation to ensure that the peace prevails in the state. Conditions of the working of the police force will also be ameliorated, as my government is conscious of the fact that the police work under difficult circumstances, often leading to stress and health issues. Steps will also be taken to ensure sensitization of the police force. Borders of the state will be protected meticulously so that no terrorist may enter in the state and there is no smuggling of drugs from across the border. This is very important, please. Why don't you thump your desk? This is very important. Again I repeat it. Borders of the state will be protected meticulously so that no terrorist may enter the state and there is no smuggling of drugs from across the border. For the safety of our state, this is most important. That's why I called you. My government will ensure the police forces are equipped with the latest and best technology to avert and intercept any threats from across the border, including that of drones being used for smuggling of narcotics and weapons from across the border. This is the most important steps you will be taking. My government will not let any fund crunch come in the way of putting in place safety and security measures for women's safety and to control crime. Entire state will be covered with CCTV network which will help to tackle the crime rate in the state. No stone would be left unturned by my government to free the state of drug menace in 6 months. However, all previous fake FIRs against the innocent people will be scrapped and an element of fear will be removed from the minds of the people. Employees form the backbone of any government and are the sole mechanism of delivery of services. Previous government treated this significant segment to royal neglect. My government is determined to undo this as it considers every employee as a partner in the dream of a prosperous Punjab. My government is committed for the welfare of the Anganwadi and Asha workers. Their pay and incentive amounts will be doubled. My government is committed to address the problem of the lawyers of the state. Chambers for them will be built in the court complexes. My government will provide insurance cover to them and their families. My government is committed to end the transport mafia in the state and resolve all issues of the transport sector. A commission of 10 to 15 members will be constituted for the transport sector, comprising representatives of the state transport unions. The new transport policy will be formulated by the commission. Decision of this commission will be implemented by the government so that the problem faced by the people in this business, including truck operators, can be resolved from time to time. There is a serious issue of cleanliness across the various cities of Punjab, including Ludhiana, Bathinda, Amritsar and Jalandhar. The roads in the existing markets in the cities are in shambles and there is no facility of public toilets or proper parking in the markets. My government will provide best cleanliness facilities including proper sewage drainage, solid waste management in the cities so that they look beautiful. Moreover, proper infrastructure including parking, public toilets and other facilities for the markets will be created by my government. Punjab is the land of gurus and saints and even in Gurbani, special importance has been given to environment. Guru Nanak Dev Ji, through his verse, Pavan Guru Pani Pita Mata Dharat Mahan. Pavan Guru Pani Pita Mata Dharat Mahan has given a status of Guru to air, father to water and mother to earth. Human well-being is strongly linked to environment. In the last few decades, human-inflicted stress on natural resources have led to immense adverse impact on environment. My government will take innovative initiatives to improve the environment. A special focus will be given by my government to improve water quality of our rivers. To achieve this, common effluent treatment plants will be set up for industrial sectors and sewage treatment plants for all cities and towns. My government will also lay special emphasis on cleaning and improvement of village ponds, which would also help in improving the water table through groundwater recharge. Concrete steps will be taken by my government to provide clean air to citizens of Punjab. Industries using polluting fossil fuels like coal, furnace oil, etc. will be provided technical guidance for adopting natural gas and other cleaner fuels, and requisite policy level efforts will be made for the same. To tackle the issue of paddy straw burning in fields, my government will demonstrate and promote technology-based solutions like use of paddy straw for electricity generation and as industrial fuel, etc. To reduce pollution from transport sector, new technological interventions like electric vehicles, CNG operated vehicles, etc. will be promoted. Basic infrastructure for air quality monitoring would also be strengthened. My government has assumed charge at a time when the state is in the grip of a severe economic crisis, and loans incurred by the previous government overrun the state's total planned expenditure. The magnitude of unemployment has reached a frightening proportion, continues to increase. Price rise has broken the back of the common man, especially the poor. This economic crisis is the result of skewed priorities as well as neglect. There have been serious distortions in the previous government's approach, fiscal management, putting the state on a downward slide. These concerns have to be addressed as a top priority. My government proposes to start process right away. The financial situation of the state has been under stress for the past few years, mainly on account of mismatch between receipts and expenditure. The persistence of large fiscal deficit over the years has led to accumulation of staggering debt, which reaching rupees 3.5 lakh crores now. The state is classified as debt state as the Government of India announced. As per the Reserve Bank of India State Finance Report 2021-22, Punjab's debt gross state domestic product ratio is 42.5%, the highest after Jammu and Kashmir